Okay, hello, good evening from Almaty. I'm at United Nations Academic Impact Global Hub on Sustainability. My name is Rafi Sabazov, and I'm Executive Director for the program. And we would like to open our teleconference, and we have our guest from South Korea. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm from the United Nations Academic Impact Korea, and I'm Yuni Huang.
Today we have our teleconference to discuss our couple of questions on our agenda: how to make United Nations Academic Impact stronger, how United Nations Academic Impact can contribute to implementations of SDGs, and how can we involve more students to be more active in implementing and learning about SDGs. So, floor is yours. What is your take on it?
Well, before starting about the defining, maybe rather than defining the role, rather than defining the importance of United Nations Academic Impact tasks to achieve SDGs, maybe I can just share the concrete examples, the activities of the United Nations Academic Korea to foster the global citizenship education to achieve the SDGs. What we are doing is, maybe I can summarize it as two. One is making the concrete examples of the curriculum to educate students, and the other is to motivate students and to encourage their participation to the curriculum implementation or global citizenship education implementation. So just going back to the number point one, we are making the curriculum, but not at the general level of global citizenship education, but really a little bit narrowed level of global citizenship education. So we applied a global citizenship education into one specific area of studies. For example, this year we've made one curriculum of global citizenship education linked into global entrepreneurship. So in the area of entrepreneurship, how the business people can be more globalized or can have uh, more philosophy of global citizenship education, global citizenships. So we finalized one comprehensive curriculum in that area, and that will be implemented in Korea and in Vietnam next year. That's
Oh,
what we start.
sounds great.
Mm,
We have
yes.
two different program here.
Mm, mm,
Kazakhstan, we actually focus on our relations with students as a
mm,
part of the curricular activity. We
mm,
have a program called Model UN New Silk Way, where we try to
mm,
invite more students to talk about global issues, about the role of new UN in building peace,
mm, mm,
development goals. But your
mm,
angle is very interesting to
mm,
like track entrepreneurial skills and try to
mm.
promote the skills. And we will be very happy to learn more about it. So can you
Yep.
continue? Mhm.
Sure, sure. So that will be implemented in the university in the class,
Mhm.
and we will get the evaluation after a certain period of time, maybe 1 year later, and we will share, of course, the result.
Mhm.
And based on that result, we are planning to enlarge the scope. For example, we are stepping into another area
Mhm.
linking the global citizenship education. For instance, global citizenship education in the area of climate change or sustainable environment, because environment is a really pivotal issue to achieve sustainable development goals. So that's our long-term plan after um, after operating the global citizenship education with global entrepreneurship skills. And the other point, what we are doing to encourage students to participate and to make them in the center of the global citizenship education as an actors. We train university students regularly through the workshop or seminar, and we send Korean university students to another countries, which is more or less developing countries such as Africa or East Asian countries, to train for them to train and educate high school students in local countries.
This is
So,
also very good experience. So maybe, sorry for interrupting. Here we can also establish some collaboration and links because
sure,
it's a
sure.
developing country, and next to Kazakhstan there is Kyrgyzstan, which is one of the poorest countries in the region. So definitely, your program and your volunteers, your trainers will be very much welcome, and we can arrange academic. So we can provide some on-the-ground support, or what we can say, a lot of on-the-ground support to make sure that it might work in Kazakhstan. And also we can send our students maybe to learn more about training. So to make the trained trainers, so on the coming back, they can work with your students, with your faculty, and they can deliver training themselves.
That's a good idea. So what we can do is maybe we can educate Korean university students with Kazakhstan university students through online or on the spot, and maybe we send the Korean students, Korean university students during the vacation, and maybe there will be a pre training with Kazakhstan university students, and then maybe we just put them in the high school of in Kazakhstan to train high school students and teachers with our professional UN trainer.
I see. It's also like one more very interesting line for future collaboration, and we definitely would like to pursue that line of collaboration next academic year. I mean, next calendar year, 2017.
Mhm.
And
Yes, sure.
our side, we will be happy to host you and your students and your faculty at our large model UN event.
Yep.
Let me tell you. Next year in April, on April 28th, 29th, 2030th, we'll have a large international Model UN conference called Model UN Silk Way, and we'll talk about, among other issues, we talked about one topic, South-South collaboration between developing countries.
Okay. So yeah, let me have the following information, and I will just let me keep in a loop, and I will catch what we can do for more cooperation on that event.
So,
And yeah, about the youth outreach, what we are sending university students every year. Indeed, we are considering which country we are sending university students next year, 2017. So if you're interested and if you have any students in your university whom we can collaborate to educate high school students in your country, that could be a good um, good option that we can consider.
and also maybe you can tell just a few words about your third program, which is Aspire. I remember meeting a lot of young students who tried to promote Aspire during our United Nations Academic Impact teleconference in Seoul. Can you say a few words about Aspire and how can we can come together to work on this program?
The Aspire students, what the way we are organizing Aspire students and domestically, we just provide them the platforms where they can work for the global citizenship education. The major platforms are we are providing the curriculums which they Aspire students educate high school students, but not informal curriculum after schools. So through the curriculum, they volunteer to educate a few selected high schools in Korea to educate global citizenship education curriculum. And the second platform is we invite a few aspire students to work as an reporters of global citizenship education. So monthly, once a month, that reporters, a team of the reporter, make an article about the global citizenship education concerning regarding the theory of global citizenship education or current examples or current status, anything really hot issues related to global citizenship education, also related to SDGs. They make an comprehensive article and we upload that article on our website or on the daily newspaper. That are one of the platforms to stimulate their activities. And the third one is we are biannually organizing the thesis contest where the Aspire students and other students which are not Aspire can participate to um, to propose the thesis on the contest. So through that contest, we use that contest as recruiting more university students to the Aspire in Korea.
Actually, I think it's
And
very good, a very interesting initiative, and we can collaborate in this particular area as well. Because we have a couple
yeah,
of
sure.
platforms. We have G Global. After finishing this, our teleconference, I will send you a link. You will see, ask your students
Yeah, sure.
comment on this, our dialogue. You can comment yourself, and your students and our students can publish some like short essays or discussion notes about issues what we discussed. In addition, I would like to invite your students to our competition. We plan to start it in December. It'll be December, on monthly base. We will talk about United Nations
Okay.
and how United Nations or Model UN or other activities like stimulate
Okay.
students to be proactive in their life. What was motivating them? And best
What the good idea.
will receive a monthly prize. Monthly prize is at this stage is nice T-shirt with UN and United Nations logos. It will be very good opportunity.
Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, just let me know the link. I will explore the information and then I will also share the what how we with you and then maybe we can share the point of the cooperation we can further to propel.
Okay, sounds great. And you had one more program that you would like to mention?
Um, just
Framework of Aspire.
and I yeah, just beyond the Aspire. Just nothing additional things to mention regarding the Aspire. I'm just looking forward to sharing more information, your activities, and my activities to support Aspire, and then maybe we can enlarge the activities together to motivate students. And beyond that, I think it was a really good platform to have our UNAI's whole forum a few 2 weeks ago, because that's the only way that we can gather together and then we can discuss what we are doing currently and then we can share more information. So I think it's gonna be really great that maybe university in turn we annually organize and host a forum in turn and then among the hub universities to just make an occasion to get together and then to share the examples and experiences.
I
If
see.
and maybe one year if it's not allowed in resource wise it's not allowed for all of us to host the forum, maybe we can get together through the webinar.
Yeah. Actually, I want
Mm,
to share with you our experience because what we have here
mm,
this we're just launching it. It's like separate program. We are launching a program called Capstones. So what we do during class, we ask our students to think about real projects, maybe startup projects, innovation projects, something what they can implement, or sustainable development projects what they can implement, and like develop proposals, write like methods for research, conduct some studies, and they prepare nice, sometimes prototypes. So and they participate in different competitions. So most of the topics about sustainable urban development, which is very important for Kazakhstan and for entire Central Asia. And the students work on preparing interesting projects which might help to make our life in large cities like Astana easy and more sustainable. In fact, I'm an exhibition where my students presented about 6 projects on different projects, different aspects of sustainable development.
Okay. Good.
Our competition will be in December, so who knows? Maybe next time we will do it with you next year, or maybe you will have this kind of competition in your country, so you'll join.
Yes. Yeah, why not? Why not? Maybe that's also the good platforms to gather the hub universities to host intern.
Yeah.
And then yes,
Happy to do it.
make an occasion for university students, hub university students to get together to share their experiences and opinion.
And maybe, actually, I would like to have a suggestion. Maybe next month or next year, why not use this forum? I will bring a couple of my students, and you can get students from your side. Today we are a bit late because we wanted to have Paris, our United Nations from Paris to join us, and because of time difference, it was good for them. But next time we can choose better time, earlier time, and we can. You can invite your students. I can invite our students, so we'll have some like a communication between students about how to do our life more sustainable and better.
Sure. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's good. Always good to get together and share information with more people. It's 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. in Korea. It's late at night. So I think that finding a time, appropriate time for both countries would be an issue.
So what we can do, maybe we can choose morning time in Korea, and it will be like midday here in Kazakhstan. So I try to make sure to find between classes, so students will join. It's an opportunity.
Yeah, that will work. That sounds like a plan.
So we had short conversation, and it seems to me we found a lot of interesting ideas, interesting projects, what we can do in moving forward together. We're like creating stronger links between our hubs and maybe creating additional line of communication. And I believe this kind of communication where we try to develop what I call cyber community or e-community, electronic community, online community. So it's very good tool for communicating between students and even between faculty. It's very important goal, which helps us to promote South-South collaboration and better relations.
Sure.
All righty. So my final word is thank you very much for staying so late, and thank you very much for contributing and sharing your experience. It's wonderful. On my side, I told you what we do, how we would like to see our future, and it seems to me we have many things in common. So what we can do, so we can arrange more teleconferences and definitely develop our like online community of young students and faculty who will be working together on sustainable development goals.
Sure. Okay. Thanks for your time as well, and thanks for inviting me for the conference. And yeah, I look forward more occasion to share the status and the experiences together.
Okay. So what I will do, I'll send you a link, and you will see how it works. And then using this particular experience, we will have more teleconferences in the future.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.